We are here for the 29th Agricultural Show. It's a national show which is organized by the Uganda National Farmers Federation with the Ministry of Agriculture. As Makerere University, we always get to exhibit the new innovations, and we are aligned to the theme of the show, which is fostering resilient agricultural value chains to drive agro-industrialization. So the idea here is to be able to help out the farmers there, train the farmers to enable them know how to build resilient value chains. So in our exhibitions here, from the staff, we try as much as possible to ensure that all segments, all the nodes of the value chain are well represented. So as you move around, you're going to see this right from breeding for the good planting materials, having the inputs like seeds, like feeds, through production processes up to value addition. So as a college, we have got 3 schools. So each of the schools is represented here. We've got School of Forestry, Environment and Geographical Sciences, which handles the trees and the environment and other geographical issues. We have got the School of Food, Nutrition and Biotechnology, which is handling the value addition, where we do food science and bioengineering. Then we have got the School of Agricultural Sciences, which is mainly concerned with production, and so all the schools are represented here. So the reason why we get involved in some of these activities is we are contributing to the mandates of the university. The mandates of the university are largely 3. We have got the training mandate, whereby we have the students and other people who may want to seek knowledge from the university coming to the university for that kind of empowerment. Then we have research, where we have a lot of staff members, academic and non-academic, getting involved in writing proposals, getting funding to undertake research on the many problems many challenges that face the country. So we want to contribute to addressing some of the challenges that are affecting productivity, affecting production, and affecting the low prices that the farmers receive.
My name is Constantine Katongwe from the Department of Agricultural Production at Makerere University. I welcome you to this stall. What we are exhibiting is a dry season feeding strategy for cattle, particularly the dairy type. Normally, dairy cattle farmers during the dry season are faced with feed scarcity. So what they do is to rely on crop residues. Unfortunately, these crop residues first of all are poor palatability. Number 2, they are low in protein content but high in fiber, which makes their nutritional value lower. So what we are exhibiting a feed block based on crop residues, particularly maize stover and then banana peels, because these are key amongst dairy cattle farmers. The other product we are exhibiting are the pellets. So what happens is that we get maize stover, or it can be any type of crop residues. It can be sorghum stover, it can be bean hulls. So we grind them to this texture. We do this after drying them, of course. Then we do the same thing for the banana peels. We dry them and then grind them. Then, as I told you already, that these crop residues are low in protein. We must add a source of protein, but using locally available material. We use this tree legume. It is called the Glycidia. We also dry. After drying it, we grind it as well. Then we also add urea. This is the fertilizer that we add to our gardens. But animals that are ruminant are able to utilize this urea as a source of protein or nitrogen. So what we do, we also add maize bran. We also add common salt, and finally we add two important items. There's molasses, the sugarcane molasses, and then the cassava flour. This cassava flour is purposely for working as a binder, because we need to put these items together, but we need to bind them into a block. So after mixing, we use a box that looks like this. It can be 16 inches long, and then the width you can use 6 inches. Then you pile the material that you mixed inside, then you compact. Before you pack the materials in the box, you make sure you lay the box with a polythene sheet, because if you don't do that, taking out the block will be difficult, because you will get stuck in there, because the materials, some of them we are using a sticker like the cassava flour and then the molasses. So you use this lining of the polythene sheet is removing the block. Then after that, you expose it to sunshine. If you have a solar dryer, the better. If you want to make pellets, the unfortunate bit is that you must have a pelleting machine, which is a bit expensive. So for purposes of somebody doing it on their own at their farm level, we recommend using this block. But if you can afford to buy a pelleting machine, you can make pellets. Then the formulations or the combinations or the amounts that we mix are captured in this chart. Depending on what you have, you can keep changing the quantities. If you reduce one item, you increase the other. But you make sure that you don't put too much concentrate at the expense of these roughages, because it somehow affects the nutritional health of the animal. If you don't put too much maize bran, don't put too much molasses, don't put too much cassava flour, neither should you put too much urea. You have to follow this guide.
You're welcome to the store. Thank you for coming. My name is Stella, JINJA from Makere University. I'm in the School of Food Science and Bioengineering. So in the Department of Agricultural Engineering specifically. This is what I'm presenting to you today. What I'm exhibiting is on the testing of water quality. This equipment on this store is to test the quality of water, drinking water, water is that irrigation water, and type of water. So we have the microbial equipment and also the physical parameter equipment. In the microbial, we are testing E. coli. We have the filter membrane, we have the alcohol setup that is used to sterilize the place and make it clean for usage. This is an electric filtration manifold. This is a filtration manifold. This is a cylinder that is used to suck out. Remember, it's in a vacuum setup, so we will suck out the water when after placing the filtration membrane. Proceed here. This is the physical parameter testers. So we have a stability meter. Stability meter test stability. These are buffer solution that we use to calibrate the meter. This is a multi-parameter meter. It has a meter. This meter. So this meter reads the pH, temperature, the GPS location of the water point. As you can see, we were in the field and we used to take samples from different water points, surface water points, boreholes, tanks, very many. So as researchers go with this in the field and they record, so they connect this to a probe. A probe has multi-sensors that it uses. Here, so it's dipped in the solution and then you bring the parameters here. Yeah, thank you for listening.
So I'm Juko Kenneth from School of Agricultural Sciences. This is a soil moisture sensing machine. This is how it works, because previously farmers have been suffering with how to irrigate, when to irrigate, and how much water to irrigate. So as Makerere University, we came up with this device, which is a soil moisture sensing machine. This is how it works. It has a soil moisture sensor. The soil moisture sensor looks like this. This is a TDR sensor. So we put this soil sensor to the root zone of the type of crop we want to grow. So this sensor measures how much moisture is into the soil. So after measuring the moisture which is into the soil, data is displayed on this screen. So it communicates with this data engine. After assessing how much water is into the soil, data is sent to this data engine. You can come and see. So you see here we have different plots, plot A, plot B, depending on your farm. So here we have data for different sensors. Like for this case, in each plot we have 2 sensors. So data for each sensor is sent onto this engine. Then this engine displays the average. So depending, the plot may need more water. So this machine communicates with the solenoid valves. So the solenoid valves meters the amount of water which is required by the plant. So we are on a new development. We want to include an NPK sensor. An NPK sensor will be helping us to measure how much nitrogen, phosphorus, which is into the soil. So this same sensor will work on moisture and on the NPK. So it will display how much nitrogen is into the soil, so that you know how much you have to put into your garden.